It's day 30 of driving the entire length of Africa in a Reliant Robin, and that was the moment we blew our first tyre. Keep watching the video to find out who it was. And here's Seth reaching for my penis, which he cleverly disguised as a gear shift. Today we'll be finally heading into Liberia. Not before running into our Dutch friends we met at the previous border in their absolute giant tank. Remember chaps, it's not about size, it's about how you use it. Obviously this drew a bit of a crowd as it looked like their truck had given birth to our car. So we have just made it into Liberia and fingers crossed, the easiest border crossing yet. Took maybe half an hour.
Yeah, that was, I can't believe it's over already.
We were invited in by our girthy Dutch friends for a cup of coffee in their mammoth tank. And I've got to say, if you've got a spare 100 grand lying around, this might be worth it. These guys were travelling all the way to their new house in South Africa with these gorgeous dogs. And once again, we confused the locals so much it looked like Mr. Bean and the Wild Thornberrys were having a tea party. We parted ways and made it further into Liberia until this happened.
Well, Liberia took its first victim, a good pothole, took out our left rear tire. Luckily, the tire didn't get a puncture, the rims just bent, so we're going to pull out a hammer and fix that.
And not that we're counting, but currently in the tyre department, 1-0. So it didn't take us long to find out that Liberia's roads were as bad as we had imagined, but the countryside was still beautiful. There would be the occasional great stretch of tarmac with luscious trees and background, which would suddenly turn into the entrance to hell, where Sheila was once again getting battered around like a sausage in a chip shop. Now, it wouldn't be a hold my gear video if we didn't show us being stopped by the police. These guys saw pretty quickly we weren't a threat and waved us through. As the bad roads continued, Sheila had a few more tricks up her sleeves this evening.
Throttle just stuck to the floor, and but we're good now. Started revving uncontrollably. Sounded like it wanted to explode. So one of the many issues we still have, occasionally, the throttle cable will just disconnect.
We limped Sheila back to our hotel for the evening in Monrovia, where we found more underlying issues. We found that many of the bolts underneath the carriage had been shaken loose.
Sway bar link we fixed last video, oh, it's broken again.
U-bolts and leaf springs tightened, there was no chance of us flipping over now. Seems to be every time we fix Sheila, something else goes wrong and tries to kill us. This time, it's numerous bolts attaching the chassis to the suspension and therefore keeping us alive. So Seth is tightening those up now, and hopefully we'll be back on the road tomorrow. And what else will go wrong? Predict in the comments.